Princeton University has stopped performing the song Kiss the Girl from The Little Mermaid after the student newspaper said the lyrics promote toxic masculinity. Also, it just sucks to hear a bunch of white guys sing like a Jamaican cracker.
That was a little bit of the Saturday Night Live, which I did not have a chance to see over the weekend. I guess the cold open. Robert De Niro is back again playing Robert Mueller.
Apparently so, yeah. Lots of Trump jokes before we got to that one.
Really, a stunner. I had no idea they were going to emphasize Trump on this one. But let's just talk about something that'll affect everyone. We see, by the way, there's two things going on overseas that you should care about. The British Prime Minister is addressing Parliament. Essentially, they're pulling the Brexit vote. She knows she doesn't have the vote. They know it's a terrible deal. They can't figure out how to break from the EU. Italy is trying to figure it out. They might make an announcement soon. And now in France, they have 4 straight weeks of riots. They say the workers have been ignored. This environmental green agenda is detrimental to their lifestyle. And now we understand, too, on top of that, the president tweeting out probably didn't help against Macron, who, after being silent for 4 days, how's that for leadership, will now speak tonight. Next, the big story is what's happening with China. I know, any of these one stories would have been big enough in the past, but now we have another. Now, normally I wouldn't bring you to this to a national audience, but internationally, we're at this trade truce with China. But we've also made a major arrest of the CFO of Huawei, a major tech firm. This is the daughter of the founder. She was arrested in Canada at our urging. They've recalled our ambassador. What does it mean? Senator Marco Rubio says he loves it. They've been stealing our intellectual property forever. They've been violating the sanctions to Iran since day one. Cut 35.
You didn't have enough support on this last time. Do you now have the support of the White House to try to get American companies to stop having this part of the supply chain?
I sure hope so. I hope we do, because I think both Huawei and ZTE and multiple other Chinese companies pose a threat to our national interests, our national economic interests, and our national security interests. And in the Huawei case, what they're accused of here, what she's accused of, is violating the Iran sanctions. So at a minimum, we should be doing to them what we did to ZTE when they violated the sanctions law, and which included not having access to American suppliers.
We can't look weak in this situation. Harry Hurley's here. He should be the mayor of Atlantic City. Harry, thanks so much for carrying the show. Can you believe the blizzard of news that's coming down?
It's incredible. I mean, unprecedented. It is all the speed of Trump when you think about it. Everything has picked up in terms of
velocity. Because he started the trade thing all at once. You know, he's the one taking on, bringing on France and walking away from the Paris Agreement, bringing that into the fray.
And every time they say he's wrong, he turns out to be right.
Look what's happening in Brazil. Their leader is a Trump clone. In Australia, they're looking around saying, well, this Paris Agreement could destroy our economy. And then you see Macron with his 25% approval rating.
Which I think is now 18%, and he has not even come out and been seen or heard since 290,000 people have protested.
You've known him as a businessman. Do you think Trump should feel the legal heat right now?
No. I think if you look at what we know right now, it's other people that did bad things, and even what the president may have done, none of it is illegal.
Right. We'll find out. That won't stop anybody, as you know, from going forward. Harry Hurley, thanks so much. Brian Kilmeade Show.
We hit the door at 110 miles an hour every morning. And if we're not moving at that speed, our colleagues will fly right by us.
Is to facilitate smart conversations so that the people who are watching us can better understand what's happening in the world.
To go deep, to find a different question that other people are not asking. That's the real challenge.
To give it to you straight, bad or good, like it or not, deliver the news.
Fox News Channel, real news, real honest opinion. Welcome to Fox Nation, an exclusive streaming service designed for the Fox News superfan.
Sean Hannity. Great thing about Fox Nation, you can always get us 24/7, 365.
Britt Hume, like to hear more. Fox Nation is the place to go to do that.
Janine Pirro.
That's why people come to us. They trust us, they believe us, and they know that we're giving it to them straight.
It's members-only content you won't see anywhere else. Fox Nation is live, so start your free trial at foxnation.com today. Fox Nation. Opinion.
Getting together with family and friends this time of year can certainly be a blessing. It's a great chance to catch up and also a good time to be looking towards the future. If your future includes moving to a place where it's easy to make friends, relax a bit more. Leave the cooking and the cleaning to someone else. House, I invite you to visit Parkview Christian Retirement Community. This is Dave Ramsey. Imagine having your own apartment complete with meals, life-enriching activities, a health and wellness program like no other, and housekeeping for as little as $16.50 a month. Set up a tour of their independent living campus or inquire about their assisted living community with special benefits for veterans and their spouses by calling Laura Matthews at 503-255-7160 or visit parkviewretirement.org. As a nonprofit for over 70 years, their motto says it best: seniors, our concern, Christ, our motivation. Parkview Christian Retirement Community.
Arm Yourself Gun Store in Hillsboro. Always super low gun prices. Always. ArmYourselfStore.com.
This is Portland's right place to talk. Freedom 970 KUFO in Portland.
Collusion or conversation? I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. A bunch of Russians talked to people involved in the Trump campaign before and after the election, reports the Washington Post. More on that and the investigation from Fox's John Decker at the White House.
Russians reportedly interacted with at least 14 Trump associates during the campaign and during the presidential transition. According to a just published article in the Washington Post, the individuals who reached out to Trump officials include the Russian ambassador, a deputy prime minister, and a Soviet army veteran with alleged intelligence ties. Some of those individuals offered to help the Trump campaign and the president's real estate business. According to a court filing last week from the special counsel's office, there were sustained efforts by the Russian government to interfere with the U.S. presidential election.
Chris? John, thanks. President Trump's considering other candidates now for White House Chief of Staff, with John Kelly leaving at the end of the year. Sources tell Fox the president had been speaking about the job for months with Vice President Pence's Chief of Staff, Nick Ayers, but he announced yesterday he's leaving the administration at the end of the year as well, unwilling to commit to the job long-term with 3 young kids at home in Georgia. The space between the stars, a milestone for an American spacecraft launched years ago. It's Fox's Evan Brown in Miami.
Chris, Voyager 2, launched back in 1977, is still in operation, and NASA will make a presentation today that the spacecraft has officially entered interstellar space, meaning it's no longer in our solar system. It's 11 billion miles away from planet Earth. And this spacecraft's twin, Voyager 1, left the solar system back in 2012, but some of its instruments had failed. Voyager 2's instruments are operating. Scientists hope to gather data on the interstellar environment never before studied. Chris?
That's Evan Brown in Miami. Thanks. Check on Wall Street a half hour after the opening bell. The Dow is down 221 points. And this is Fox News.
It's the